Welcome, Justin. Equine Edge. Closing day, fairgrounds. I covered 69 days at this meet. I know I missed a few days, but it's crazy. I did better last year, I would say, than this year, but been good. The late card, I thought this is a great day. If you play the pick six, I'd play it. There's some great stakes races. You have the Crescent City up in 14 minutes. Thanks, Jeff. I mean, they they did 14 races yesterday, and then they do 13 on closing day, which I remember that from last year after I saw it. But it's super cool because they have great racing. And it starts here, state bred. They're going 8.5, 14 minutes. We'll talk about this. The pick sixes that starts in the next race. So, I think it's a good play. I kind of struggled to find a single, to be honest, but I'll tell you where my strongest opinion actually lies. Uh, the next race, it actually kicks off the pick six. It's a great way to start it, I thought. So, but here you have our money man comes back. You also have Bubby. I thought this was a two-horse race between those two. Bubby probably going to get the lead, a really strong GSR, genetic strength rating, as well as our money man. I I I watched some of the races on these, and that's where I thought. I mean, you look at Bubby, Sophie Ryfer, Sam Davis. She having an extremely incredible meet. Like, good for her. I'm curious where she goes next because I mean, she had a 14% at the meet, but she rode really well the second half. She gets Bubby. You look last out, ran second, but it was off Chrome Creole or so, I can't remember, but much the best and ran a good race. I mean, so she should improve. I would say back on the or sorry, he should improve back on the lead with Sophie. And then our money man coming off the layoff for Brett Calhoun, great meet, 18%. Axel only had 12%, but he had a good meet. He's been riding better of late as well. Comes back off the left. I think is if you're an E user, you see my analysis. I think is probably ready here when you look at the work tab. I mean, I would say versus this group, I think, and you look, I mean, our money man won a state bred stakes last meet. So that was a 78, then didn't run here, went on the shelf. But I think probably still can compete with this group. But I did think it was between those two for me in race seven. We'll keep going. Race eight does kick off the pick six. It's a great two-horse race. We get a scratch of rising inflation, or sorry, four-horse race. But I think it's a two-horse race, in my opinion. I couldn't single here. And it makes it kind of tough because they're both going to take heavy action. And I don't know. I think it's between Blue Fire and Margie's Intention. Blue Fire, you'll see down here if you're EU user. I mean, does not have to face Secret Faith. Just an outstanding state bred. This is the Chantel Lannery Memorial Stakes. Obviously, Corey Lannery's uh, wife, who passed away. But I mean, Blue Fire beats Secret Faith. Right? So now Florent Giroux in town to ride for Steve. I mean, Flo gonna come ride at Fairgrounds closing day. I mean, she's the real deal. I'm a huge fan of Secret Faith. That's why I think Blue Fire. I mean, but she beat Secret Faith, right? I mean, so she's going to be on the lead. Comes out of obviously that open company race at Oaklawn Park and didn't get the lead, but she's going to get the lead here. And I think it's an easy lead. Margie's Intention come in with all the class. Brad Cox won here last meet, right? In state bred, broke the maiden, won an allowance. Brad obviously knew. And then she go win the Black Eyed Susan. I mean, no joke, Margie's Intention comes here to run. It's, I think, just going to come down to what type of fractions can Florent Giroux set with Blue Fire, how much is left. I think it's going to be a great two-horse race, but that I couldn't necessarily choose between them. 1, 2. I didn't think the others could win this race. I thought it was between those two. Race 9's probably toughest race on the card, in my opinion. My buddy really like Unleash the Power, James Graham, Al Stall. You look here, so Lasix on the 5, Gelded on John the Beer Man, Unleash the Power as blinkers. These horses are coming off the synthetic. Jose Ortiz rides the likely favorite or maybe second choice. They're sprinting 5.5 and allowance 3 and up. I mean, so you kind of have to decide in this race if you're going to play the pick 6. I mean, can Restore win on the lead? There's other speed from the 13 who drew in Glacial Power as well as Murdoch. What's Murdoch going to do? Marcus Gift, the Scotty Longshot. Wagner has a shot. You got EE Morning Lighting. John the Beer King coming off a 2-year layoff. Will this race fall apart on the turf? Is like the big question, because if the 7 adding blinkers might show more speed, the 7 win the race sim. Is the 7 going to be able to show some amount of tactical speed for Al Stahl? You know, as all these 5-second places cuts back, I mean, it's a tough task, but I mean, my work 8-1. I could make a case for every single horse in this race, honestly, in race 9. I thought it was really tough. I don't trust Restore on the front end, but could win the race. You know, I thought 4, 6, 2, 7 in then, but then I'm adding the 5 and the 13 draw in, and it's tough. So I think I would spread here in the pick 6 for me. It's a tough race. So race 10, not stakes. I am against Hesper. Anybody who watches these videos over time, I traditionally will not play the 9 and 10 post outside on 1 turn at fairgrounds, going 6 furlongs and or 2 turns. The 9 posts out are so brutal. You have to have speed, in my opinion. So I'm trying to beat the 9. There's all sorts of horses that can try to beat the 9, though. I look to the inside. I put the 2 on top, just broke the maiden, but that's tough task. Skeens Cruz has a shot. Chariot has a shot. So does Remy. Lunacy might have a slight outside chance, but I'd be trying to beat the 9 from that post with the inside runners. Again, not super strong opinion. It's a great allowance. Joe Sharp rides for Got the Hint for, or Joe Sharp, Jose Ruff for Joe Sharp. Both won training and lead jockey meet. Smoked everybody. I mean, Jose and Joe, like, it wasn't even close. I mean, they come back here off the maiden. It's so tough to do that. Joe does great off the claim. I mean, this horse showed the ability to rate last out. Now going to have to step up, but for state bred allowance, now winners of 2. I mean, you look at this group, there's some ones that aren't very good, right? 1 for 31, 1 for 18. Hesper 1 for 14. If you just joined us, that'd be a vulnerable favorite for me. I think this horse, but the 2 might go off as the favorite, but on the morning line, the 9 is the favorite. 4-1, very lukewarm. But that's why I think you can beat this horse. Skeens Cruz just broke the main top GSR genetic strength rating for Mr. Landry from with Jensen Melanson. I mean, these two, I mean, Landry only 5%, but he can hit. Right? I mean, Remy, Sam David, Pedroza won on Touch Upon a Star yesterday. We'll talk about him in a minute, but wrote for Tim Thornton, you know. But so I was 2, 3, 1, 4, maybe a 7, but I'm trying to beat the 9 for sure. A great allowance race. Back to stakes. So the overcharge stakes, I'll try to get off before race 7, let you all go. We got 3 more. So, and I think 2 are stakes races. Dude, great race. I like the 2. If I had to single, I'd single 6 string on this on on the pick six sequence. I probably play a ticket with my buddy, and I don't know what we're gonna do, but on 2-6-7 here. Strongest opinion of a sequence would be on 6 string. I mean, there's a lot of speed here. They're sprinting 5.5. There's some horses that I don't know if they're gonna like the turf. Bet to win it has a shot on the front end. Rula La is going to be trying to close a little bit, stocking the pace. I was 2-6-7. I try to beat the 5. I know it's the top win. It conflicts with the picks. Picks kind of align with the race simulator. 6 string. I mean, you look here, one on the turf last out for Landry. As we talked about Landry, I think he's going to get a winner. The thing about 6 string, she's good. I mean, she's no joke. I mean, she look back 76, 78, hit the board after winning. That was at Louisiana Downs. Last meet faced much, much tougher at the state bred level here at Fairgrounds. Comes in off a win on the turf. Pedroza rides, rode, touched upon a star yesterday. I think he gets the stakes win here. I mean, on 6 string. Jose rides the other Landry runner. Landry kind of have this race corner. 6 string right. Does not need the lead. We'll find out, but I don't think does. But there is a lot of speed, and it could set for 6. Rue la la. But you can see the 7 probably with Jose probably getting the lead, I would say. Nearly won in back-to-back 68s. I think we'll be good on the front end. I'm not sure about the 5 for Phelps first time jumps to the turf. I worry a little bit about this horse with the speed of Jose on the 7. Well, there's other speed too, right? With 6 string. And then if somebody gonna close Rula La showed the ability of 64, 68. If the thing like absolutely fell apart, Castillo to come rolling. So for me, 2-6-7. As I think about this race, I don't even really like singling the 2 in the race 11, but it's a tough one. I thought this was between Benoit and Sipping on Jen. You can see I cut like half the field. Benoit going to be on the rail with speed. For sure has a shot to wire the field. Did it last out for Duhon, James Graham ride on the rail. This just steps up into stakes the star guitar. But you have Sipping on Gin, a major, major player, right? Coming off the pace, beat 74 last meet, won back in January versus Allowance in a 66 coming off the pace. He's late again, won all those stakes last summer. And you go back, broke the maiden at Delta. This has been a nice state bred, and he's late again. So I'd cut probably those 4 and like the pick 6. Maybe my strongest is on the 1 and 7, but I don't know. Again, it's such a tough sequence. And then I'll go to the last race. And I appreciate everybody joining. It's been a great meet. Tons of fun. I like Busy Channel here best. Western Run might wire the field. If I have to start spreading, it's the 5 and 9, but I'm not sure I go that far. I try to beat Gorilla Trek. I'm not sure this horse wants the turf. So strongest there would be 2 and 4. I haven't maybe Busy Channel the single, but Western Run might wire this field on the turf going 9. But Busy Channel, you look. I mean, Ravelli reclaims. J Love rides. I mean, this might be the single, maybe to end the meet. I mean, if you're not spreading, but I like Busy Channel best there. So, all right, well, we got, they just went. So good luck. I appreciate you all joining. It's been a good meet, but that'd be my 2 cents. Again, I think Six String has a big shot. I think Busy Channel got a big shot in the end. There's some great stakes racing though. All right, y'all. We'll see you soon. We'll be back at some point. Gotta figure out once the meet ends where we head. Talk to Scotty, but it's been fun. I appreciate y'all joining.